Made homemade tacos tonight.
Yeah.
And now we wait.
Like, we got this thing in at work. I don't even know what it was, but it said hot chocolate bombs. Did you see that?
we got those at work too.
Did you see my post about it?
I don't know. I guess I didn't.
It said, what do you get when you eat too much Taco Bell and hot wings at the same time? Hot chocolate bombs. I was like, there's got to be other people other than me. They can be like, oh, we shouldn't call our product hot chocolate bombs. Just saying. Like those people that called their ice cream. I know you don't have frozen products. You don't know. There's some ice cream product called Mamuchi.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I think Kendall's had that before in the house.
I know, but like, why would you call your product Mamuchi? Sounds like a name for some lady business. Am I wrong?
No.
They're like, oh,
My neck, my back, my moochie, and my crack.
it's like, hey, Sally, why are you looking so rough? Like, got something going on with my moochie.
It's frigid.
My frigid moochie.
Oh, Jesus.
They're gonna have popsicles. They're just gonna call them dong sticks. You heard from Chad?
Shit. No, I know he had shit going on, but he said he'd be good. He's probably just fucking around trying to get on. Yeah, Archie said he's got to work at 6 a.m, so.
All right.
But that's fine.
Yeah, if we just keep it like an hour and a half, that'll give me time to go out and do something.
Mm-hmm.
Get me some debauchery.
No, he hasn't sent a message or anything, so yeah, I assume he's just dicking around trying to get it connected.
Wait for that. I'm gonna take a leak.
Okay. Hello.
Shut up, Chad. I'm getting in the room.
Dude, you're drunk.
So?
Good answer.
I mean, he's so judgy, right?
It's not her show.
It could be my show. You don't want them to listen to me and not you, because you would be kicked off the show and I'd be invited in.
Well, it wouldn't have anything to do on a Friday night.
Exactly. Give me a kiss.
But you would.
Love you. Hi.
Hi.
What am I walking away?
Nate and what?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Hey.
Here.
Okay. I'm all good now?
Yeah, I'm working.
All right, Bug.
I love you, baby.
All right, guys.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know what the fuck that was about. I mean, like, literally, I guess maybe it's been, I don't know. Has it been like a big span between us doing shows?
About 2 weeks.
Okay, well, it's just without doing it every week, you kind of forget shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I do. And without doing it every single week, I kind of like, I don't even know what to do anymore.
Your name on the thing is Chafe.
Yeah, so I mean, it just took us all that time.
Chafe.
Yeah.
I said your name on the thing is Chafe instead of Chad. It's Chafe.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. Good Lord, because she's hammered. I don't know why. Nothing special today. What is it? Today's not Arbor Day, is it? Because I can't understand why she's sauced.
I like a good drink on Arbor Day.
Yeah, every day's Arbor Day. I'm actually gonna go out tomorrow and buy some Under Arbor. Flea market. It's cheaper.
Anything you guys want to discuss before we start the show? And then we can discuss whatever once we start.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much I have. I just have one page.
Yeah.
And then I pretty much have like one closing sentence that I don't know why I wrote it. But I think after I'm reading it, I kind of realize why I wrote it. And it coincides with something we were listening to at the bar. Like, there's this guy that comes to the bar all the time. And he's like an 80s rock guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even like, I don't know what you consider like, I don't know what you like, or like good rock. But he likes Journey. And I'm like, I've never seen a Journey mark. It's like it's almost like trying to tell me that you think Diamond Dallas Page is like one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Never actually. Yeah.
Kidding me?
I've never met a fan.
like Journey was as hot as Diamond Dallas Page's career. It was the same exact time frame.
Hey,
it was like you got 3 years, pal. Get in and get out.
I just looked it up. Today could be considered December 3rd, International Day of Persons with Disabilities Day.
That's something to drink too, I guess.
Well,
National Bartender Day. So there you go. It's Guana Farmers Day. So you're celebrating the farmers of Guana. International Sweaters Day.
Oh, is it International Championship Wrestling Day coming up next too? The Savodies? Oh my God! If I please show me that whatever that matches they show all this fucking time. I can't with Phil Apollo or whatever.
Vic Steamboat and Tony
show me that, please.
And it's also National Green Bean Casserole Day.
Green bean casserole? I barely eat green beans. and then I won't even eat a casserole because I don't even like saying it in case I ever had to order it. I don't even know what it is, so I just won't even try it. It could be great. I'm looking at it going, casserole.
And now you know it's got its own holiday.
On Superstars, every day was like Vince McMahon would be like, "It's National Girl Scout Cookie Day."
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep emailing the government and the local authorities here in Baltimore and the local authorities down there in Mobile, and Pensacola, Florida, and Mobile, Alabama. How I keep petitioning about getting either I want a Mike Boyette Day or I want a street like Mike Boyette Way.
Mike Boyette Avenue, yes.
No. It would have to be way because it would have a double like meaning. Because it would be like how he was fucking drunk all the time. Like I don't know. I don't know if you guys know the story about Mike Boyette, but you know what I mean. He was just a one of a kind dude.
Shit, what the fuck is that? Okay. All right. Okay.
Now we only got to do 50 minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna fire the mother. Welcome to Reliving the Extreme, where we are week to week, month to month, year to year, chronicling the history of ECW from the beginning to the end. I am Nate Maxon, your host, and I am joined, of course, by the guys, the talents of the show, the ones I just facilitate this thing for. Firstly, my brother Aaron.
Hello. This is a definite recapping the Extreme episode.
Well, for sure. And of course, ECW's Chad Austin is here with us as well. Hello, Chad.
Hey, fellas. What
is going on out there today? I know you had some car trouble, from what I understand.
Oh, I never have car trouble. It seems like anytime I get a text from our fearless leader Nate about, I hope you guys got material for the show, because there's not a whole lot going on in wrestling. I go out to take my car, to do my delivery driving job, and it breaks down in the middle of a busy intersection. Intersection in our state's capital city. Like literally, the capital of Maryland is Annapolis, and I'm driving to this old folks' home in Annapolis to deliver their fucking. I probably got people killed today because they didn't get their medicine. And my car breaks down in an intersection in Annapolis, and I had people backed up for miles. Dude,
so you were the
MJF
you were the
for a minute.
I was gonna say you were the heel today. You were the heat seeker.
Dude, I'm telling you, by the time there was 4 or 5 cars piled up behind me, and the light was going green to red, and the people couldn't get out of the lane because there was cars coming on the lane next to them. They were just honking at me and shit. I'm like, what the fuck you want me to do? I'm not a Honda. The fuck? Me personally, I'm not the one broke down in the middle of the fucking road. Yell at the car. Get out of your car. Come over and kick the tires or something. Whatever you do to get angry, to get even at cars. I don't fucking know how you take frustration out on cars or anything like that.
It's the
Yeah,
biggest
do something
crowd
like
you ever
that.
drew.
Don't. What the fuck?
It's the biggest crowd you ever drew. Look at it that way.
Yeah, literally, it takes me breaking down in rush hour in our state's capital. Yeah, to draw a big crowd. I think people threw like
Ricky
trash
Morton.
at me.
They were hanging from the street signs, man. We drew them in.
Yeah, like they were hanging off the exits because it literally right there. I was getting off an exit, like of a highway. So I was on an interstate road, and then I was getting off into another kind of major road, but it wasn't an interstate road. And so literally, I could see the highway. Yeah, they were hanging off the highway. Oh, it was great. It was just fantastic because they called me in to work at 5:30 in the morning, and I went in and I grabbed all my stuff and I put them in my car. I wanted to deliver all this shit. I didn't even make it to the first goddamn stop, and I ended up being there for like I don't know 4 or 5 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think, what kind of putts am I looking like? I'm holding up traffic, rush hour. My car, I got a hood up. I'm all flagging. I'm wearing the Riviera jacket, and I'm waving cars around. Oh, I was like, dude, I'm the ham bone of the week.
Your car is the ham bone of the week.
Well, the car could be gone.
So, Chad, if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, by hearing us say it every week on the show, Chad has a Facebook group, Chad's Video Vault, where you can get your hands on classic pro wrestling from Chad Austin himself. Did you see the news, Chad, today that as of, I think it's the Survivor Series DVD, the WWE is no longer distributing DVDs after this year?
What do you mean? Like commercially?
Yeah, no more commercial DVDs. It's all going to be digital and streaming going forward. So for those of us that are like, collectors of stuff, I mean, I don't buy a lot of new WWE DVDs anyway, but it's kind of a big deal, no more physical media.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. Like, think about future generations now.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about 20, 30 years from now when people like us 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Where we sought out to get the physical copy of a tape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you sought out to get I don't know. I mean, I'm probably way older than you guys too. But I mean, you sought out to get a physical copy of whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
The digital thing kind of kills the whole, like, trying to find it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just, it's definitely the end of an era, for, like you said, I mean, and I mean, there is an age difference, but not too much. But I just remember as a kid, I mean, I was a kid in the 80s, how cool it was to go to the video store and mom
go to Hollywood Video and get that WrestleMania 4 box, and you like open it up, and, like Hulk Hogan popped up and shit.
Yeah, it's two tapes. It's two tapes.
I have that. Yeah, I have that.
But yeah, lots of memories.
It's two tapes, but it could have been condensed into a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Oh, good
we
Lord.
didn't need Morocco and Valentine, or Morocco and Bravo.
That saved the show, because I mean, even though whatever year that was, there were still smart fans in that building, mm-hmm. and there was still a John McAdams in that building or something, and they would be eating that shit up like, oh yeah, this is what we need right now. S.D. Jones and Baron Miguel Cicluna. Come on, bring it on.
Give it to me.
Show me how great that sunset flip was.
I don't know. I don't know if you saw the post that I made in the We Can't Wrestle page, Chad, but I was watching I don't know why. I just decided to watch an old 70s Madison Square Garden show on the network. And you know who had the worst mask of all time? El Olympico.
Yeah. Didn't he have the top cut off?
At the front, like it's just like the mask is around his head. there's no front to it. Like it's El Olympico, but we also know it is Jorge.
Nobody can pull his hair.
It's funny because I just watched it, and I was laughing too. Like he looks like Sweet Daddy Siki in that baby bonnet. From like Australia or England or whatever, and I'm like, this guy's like a grown man, and he's got like a diaper on his head or some shit.
It's like a crash test dummy.
Oh shit!
I didn't hear that.
Aaron said he looks like a crash test dummy.
Yeah, he's definitely a dummy.
Oh shit! All right,
I guess it looks like the guy from Revenge of the Nerds, where he's get the jock strap on his head. The costume.
Yes.
when the jocks come out and put the jock straps on his head.
And nobody was nice enough to that guy to say, "You look like a fucking idiot. Don't go out there like that."
What's the matter with you?
I bet everybody's like, looking good, buddy.
Yeah. And Miguel Cicluna's like, you look all right, my friend.
Yeah. Sal Balomo's over there like, oh, very much alike. Yes, good job, buddy.
Just the fact that Sal Balomo's still over there just fucking makes me nervous.
All right. The show we are reviewing this week of ECW, like Aaron said, this is definitely Recap Championship Wrestling this week.
We both said it, I guess, then, because I said it too.
Yes, sir. May 10th, 1994 is the air date for this. We are just a few days away from When Worlds Collide, which we will be covering next week on the show.
Live. Fuck it. Is that on the Peacock?
Yes, it is. I can't wait to see or hear the god awful music that's probably going to be presented during that presentation.
I don't want to hear the music that they present during that.
Be a lot of Angus Young.
It's bad enough what they have now. It's almost like it's so bad that how could you believe that the Freebirds were so great in Dallas with the music they come out to?
Yeah, that's terrible. That their version of Freebird, it's fucking awful. You're right.
It's awful.
The opening of this show has essentially the promo from last week with Terry Funk and Arn Anderson talking about Paulie Dangerously. And then Paulie cuts a promo on Terry Funk and Arn Anderson talking about Funk's daughters again. And Terry Funk bursts in the scene, and I thought this was good stuff.
Let me ask you, do you oh, I'm sorry, I was taking a pee during all that. I'm sorry, but do you think that there was ever a portion of the storyline that would have incorporated Funk's family?
I don't know. Maybe they could have done a video on the ranch or something like that, you know.
Well,
Could have done something
just because of the
kind of
fact
deal.
just because of the fact that he went so deep by talking about his daughters, and he started talking about like what kind of people they were, kind of, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm wondering, like, was there anything in the works for having were they at his retirement show in '97?
Yes.
The kids were, but they were much older, right?
Yeah, they were much older then. But I know that was what if you watch Beyond the Mat, I think that time frame kind of coincided with when his daughter got married, because they show the footage from her wedding on Beyond the Mat, and then they show I don't know when in relation to that show that actually happened, but I do remember the daughters were at the show. I remember seeing them in that footage.
All right, and they were just younger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, good for them, man. I mean, Terry's fucking great. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I mean,
yeah. Well,
if I meet one person that thinks Terry Funk is a piece of garbage of some sort,
and they're lying,
I'll say you're lying.
Yeah.
But Paulie did a really good. They both did a really good job, but Paulie did a really good job of the minute he saw Terry Funk. Like, he didn't wait for Funk to get on camera. Like he was like, the minute his character would have saw that Terry Funk was like walking up to him, he just shut the fuck up and was like, sorry. Like, even before he got up there, he was just like, sorry.
Yeah, why do you think that is, man? Why do you think that is? Because that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're backstage with Charlie Caruso, whatever her name is, she has like two guy names and she's a woman. You're backstage doing an interview with her on SmackDown, and then all of a sudden you're in a backstage place and some guy just comes out of nowhere. What is he, David Copperfield? Like he just pops up out of nowhere. Like, you can't see somebody walking towards you.
Right.
And they get all excited when like Bronson fucking, I don't know what this fucking cheesesteak, like I don't even know who this guy is. I think I've seen him twice. Bronson Cheesesteak. Have you seen him? What the fuck is this guy all about?
Well, and in every one of those scenes, they're all standing and they're looking at a TV screen, but it's behind them somehow. How are they watching the TV screen if it's behind them?
Yeah,
it's also unnatural and stupid. But this segment,
but you know, like, are you guys Chappelle Show fans?
Yeah,
you guys watch the Chappelle Show? It's like, this is the equivalent of Paulie talking shit, and then that Chappelle skit they do where it was at that moment he knew he fucked up. Like, he looks up, he's like, ah, shit, here comes Terry Funk, and Terry Funk smacks the shit out of him. It's fucking
as he should, because I bet you that was shot probably in the 3 o'clock hour of the morning.
Yeah, you've got me up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he calls him dog.
And
smack the fuck out
and
of
just
him.
keep in mind, like, Aaron, just keep in mind that when we left the building, because there was a lack of a showering facility in the ECW arena. They had a shower, but only the first like 2 people could get hot water. And it was a fucking horse stall shower or some sort. Like where the water beat you to death coming out of it. And so, yeah, you only just went in there if you fell on the floor of the arena because you wanted to rinse off the hepatitis.
Yeah.
You had to get that off of you as soon as you got back to the locker room. And if anything else, it's okay. But you don't want the hepatitis from Philadelphia people.
You don't want the happy. Nope.
It's like the new COVID strand. It's the Philadelphia edition. Oh, you don't want that.
They call it the Swanson and Rittner variant.
They do. I've heard that actually.
I posted a thing a while back. I posted a picture of Billy Graham. I was like, Billy Graham's one hep cat. And like, how very many people got it? I'm like, it's because he's got hepatitis. Funny joke. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, they killed him. It was a joke, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It must have slayed. What comedy club did you say that in?
Facebook.
Oh, all right. Oh, so you had a big audience.
Well, again, like I said, great segment here with Paulie and Terry Funk. We go to Joey Styles and the Eagles Nest to introduce us to the show, talking about the happenings that are coming up this Saturday when Worlds Collide in the ECW arena. And then Paulie comes in, of course, to have his rebuttal with no Terry Funk present, because that, as we said, is how it should be. He's got all kind of shit to talk now that Terry Funk's not around, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny and enjoyable. I liked, like, this segment of the show is actually probably my favorite thing they did in the entire thing.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
The slap and then Paulie getting pissed off after Terry Funk is nowhere around. It was really well done.
You just picture him looking around the arena, asking people, did Terry leave yet? You know. Anybody seen Terry Funk? You seen Terry Funk around? Anybody? Anybody seen Terry Funk? All right. Joey Styles is doing his thing. I'm going to go over there and talk shit now. It was great.
Yeah, I thought I definitely wrote that it was the whole entire way they laid the whole open out, I thought was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything made sense. And like we always talk about in this time frame, how ECW doesn't have a lot of content.
Right.
How they always keep replaying shit. But as long as Paul can like just even record like stupid promos with Pat Tanaka walking out of a basement door, you know, that's just new stuff. It makes it fresh, you know, paints a good picture.
The next, okay, so here now we have started high, and we're about to slowly go downhill as this show progresses, ladies and gents. The next thing we get is, I mean, a lot of stuff that we've already seen. It's a recap of the feud between Sabu and Terry Funk. The one thing that I will say is, and I don't know about you guys, maybe I'm off base, but the way that they have laid all this out with Terry Funk, Sabu, and Shane Douglas, it seems like from week to week, I don't know if it's the pacing or the spacing of when they actually shoot the angles or show the angles. It seems very disjointed when you watch it over time, but when you watch it in this clip, you can see the story they're telling. Does that make sense? Like, to me, it's funny because they'll do these recaps and I'm like, all right, see, now the puzzle pieces all come together. But when it's actually presented in the TV show, it's all very spaced out and broken up, and I don't see it.
Well, that's kind of funny that you put it that way. I'm sorry, Aaron. Like I noticed how they kind of dropped shit and kind of went away. But then when I noticed how they set shit up, and I was like, dude, they set shit up for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like it all makes sense. Like I was calling the whole entire show Recap Championship Wrestling again. it's just all it is, and it's like, how many last week's show can you possibly show?
And I understand why they do it. There's people that like ECW still trying to get its name out there and find people and shit like that. So they realize, oh, there's probably people that maybe didn't watch last week, but maybe the kids at school were like, oh man, you got to watch this ECW shit. And then,
yeah, and it goes back to the tell a friend thing too.
Yeah. It didn't help. It didn't help that this recap video was narrated by simple-minded Sully, but
the what video?
The recap video was Jay Sully.
Oh yeah,
kind of like he barely knew how to read.
I can't believe he's still with you.
It was Terry Funk and Shane Douglas at the ECW arena.
At the ECW arena. Period mark. Like he thinks he's supposed to read that. It's a fucking.
He's like, I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. They should have just had Joey do it.
Ron Burgundy.
That's nitpicking, but I'm just saying, like, I understand, like I said, guys, I know looking at it now where we know what's going on before it even happens, it's recap championship wrestling. But in like 1994, it was like there's going to be people that didn't see this last week or maybe even the week before. So that's why they do it.
Right.
Believe me, on the stations they were on, there was a whole lot of people that didn't see that last week. A record-setting amount of people. That could have been the most unwatched show ever.
Are they still on Sports Channel at this point?
I'm gonna guess. Well, yeah, it's Sports Channel, but I'm guessing it's Sports Channel Philadelphia.
Right.
Good. I don't think Sports Channel America, which included Florida, I don't think that came around until the next summer of the next year.
Okay.
Remember the match? Remember the show where all the fans jumped in the ring and all that crap?
Yeah.
The show in the open. Oh, that's from like Florida.
That was
like in the summer of the next year.
That was as a young dude. That was the first time I ever actually got to see ECW on TV was on that Sports Channel Florida, because for some reason they carried it on a cable system here. They had Sports Channel Florida on our cable system here in Ohio, and it was like early '96 before I ever, because I saw it in the magazines and everything, but before I ever even saw ECW was early '96, and it was because of the Sports Channel Florida channel. So.
I'm assuming that network carried a lot of coverage because I used to read about it in Meltzer all the time.
Yeah, and he's in California.
It would have it'd be Sports Channel, and then he put all the cities that you can hear it in. Sports Channel Chicago, Philly, this, that, whatever. And I'm like, well, we don't have a sports channel here in Baltimore, and all of a sudden, that's when they went to some other channel right after that. That's when I started getting it like almost towards the end of when I was even working there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't like. I got my shit from fucking Drew Bagel Feinstein. Fucking jabroni.
Up next, we have a promo from Arn Anderson and Terry Funk, of course, and I just wrote down this was good stuff, of course, from these two guys talking about When Worlds Collide coming up on the 15th of May. Anything on this promo, gents?
I thought Arn did a good job on it, obviously. I don't think Arn Anderson's ever cut a bad promo, so it was...
Yeah. It was good for business.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And now, speaking of bad promos, Maddie in the house joins us.
I was just getting ready to ask you, where was Maddie? I forgot that he's still in the house.
He is.
Oh, good Lord.
He is in the house, and Jay Sully's living in his basement. And but the gang's all here. They've followed us from Cabrini. But Maddie announces that when Worlds Collide, they're adding an 8-man tag team elimination match to the card. It's going to be JT Smith, the Bruise Brothers, and Road Warrior Hawk against Mr. Hughes, the Public Enemy, and ECW champion Shane Douglas. And speaking of that, as he's talking about this, we go into a match from a month ago. That we've already seen the finish to.
Was it from Cabrini College?
It's from April 16th. It's the Bruise Brothers and the Public Enemy in the Lumberjack match.
Oh, that match. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
We've already talked about the effectiveness or the lack thereof of these lumberjacks.
Wait to put over your company stipulations.
Yeah.
They're making fun of how lame the lumberjacks are. That's great. Like, now they should have a steel cage match where the guy throws the guy into the steel cage and the fence falls down towards the crowd. And so he obviously didn't get hurt because the fence broke.
The world's cheapest steel cage featured tonight.
That's right. It's made out of aluminum foil. They wrapped the whole entire the ring post in aluminum foil. Whatever, like the barbed wire shit. Could you imagine getting thrown into the aluminum foil?
Brought to you by Reynolds Wrap.
Like, that's something. Like, if Kenny Omega wants to outdo himself with the wrestling of the girl, whatever, the 9-year-old girl and the blow-up doll, yeah, you go out there and wrestle some aluminum foil.
shape it like a duck, like they do at the restaurant.
Yeah, a little swan.
They can do like an AWA throwback and have like the Reynolds Wrap Rumble.
It's right. Oh, this is a doozy.
Like, Tommy Cairo, he's like, I'm not here to cause no trouble. I'm just here for the Reynolds Wrap Rumble.
That's right. And me and Peaches, we're gonna go home wrapped at the whatever. And he's gonna look at her and go, "Hey, Peaches, I got this all wrapped up." And then everybody watches and goes, "Oh." What's Tony Stetson doing? That's probably what a lot of people were saying.
What'd you say, Aaron?
Probably yard work. That's what he's doing.
Right. He's talking to his lawyer about his latest divorce. Or he's at court disputing parking tickets.
And he's like, I'm just trying to deliver pizzas. I had to.
No, that's me. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the one that can't deliver pizzas, deliver prescriptions. Yeah. I'm the one that can't do anything.
The fact that this match is a lumberjack match,
Human cage, technically,
is ridiculous because of the ridiculous lumberjacks. But what I will say is, in the ring, like the in-ring portion of the match, forgetting the lumberjacks, it's actually not a bad match. I liked the match itself. Me personally, anyway.
Which match was this?
The Public Enemy and Bruise Brothers. Like,
you gotta be kidding me.
Not including the ridiculous lumberjacks. I like the body of the match. I thought it was fine.
Dude, you're completely blind. And you do wear glasses, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I need a new prescription though.
Look, here's what I actually have. This is no joke, Nate. I have a recap, Public Enemy and the Harrises. Can you find more untalented guys getting pushed? That's exactly what I wrote down. Because I'm watching it going, what the fuck is this? This is so indie, like, bad. Taking, like, like the Rocco Rock bumps where he would just like take the Nikolai Volkov bump where he would just fall like on his side. You know, I was like, this is rotten. Like they're falling to the ropes, landing on their feet, brawling's easy. I'm just like, this is terrible.
Aaron, what did
But
you
whatever, you liked it. So.
Kevin Sullivan's out there in a polo shirt. I noticed that.
Who?
Kevin Sullivan, he's one of the human cages, and he's out there in a fucking polo shirt.
It's too tight.
The Prince of Darkness.
Is he wearing a medium?
Out there in a polo shirt.
It's got the little
He's wearing a
alligator on it.
It's fucking ridiculous. This whole thing's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, that's what I said. You can't name more people in that company that deserves a push less than them guys. I mean, I'm sitting around in the locker room and I don't even think I'm any good, but I think I'm better than them guys.
Like the only impressive looking, like the most impressive person out there, honestly, was fucking Crash, and he was like part of the cage. Like,
Yeah,
he looked like super impressive. It's like, oh, that's a big motherfucker. That dude.
the human cage. It was like 8 people.
It's a human doggy gate.
Because I don't, a lot of times when I work on shows and stuff, and they have battle royals, they purposely keep the battle royals. They put them on later on because they want the guys to stick around, like the boys. There's a lot of when they advertise a battle royal, if you put it on early, a lot of guys will want to work the battle royal. They just dip,
Right?
if they ain't got a match. So yeah, they put the battle royal on later. The guys got to stick around.
This thing's more like the human centipede match.
Dude, the human cage is the best. What do I care? You know what I mean?
Were you a part of the human cage, Chad?
I don't think I was even there.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm just thinking, like, who comes and approaches me about being a guy at the human cage? and what is there to entice me to go, yeah, I'll be a part of the human cage?
Why not?
I've never been part of the human cage. It's going to look great on my Wikipedia.
Yeah, let's make history.
Yeah. And by the way, what's the human cage you say? What do we do? Oh, when they throw the guy out, you throw him back in. Oh, a lumberjack match.
No.
No.
Human cage.
Human cage.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, a lumberjack match.
We recap the stuff with. Oh, sorry, Chad.
I mean, no. On a quick ending note, that's it. It just goes to show the brilliance of Paul and the originality that he takes something like a lumberjack match and you know what I mean?
He just renames it. Yeah, claims it as his own.
Fucking human cage. That's the best.
We get a recap of all the shit that went down last week with Jason and Taz, and then a Jason promo, including his stable is goofy. Anyway, Rockin' Rebel, Mr. Hughes, talking about Taz. One quote that I did have here from Jason, was it Jason that said, "Ooh, baby, you made a boo-boo"?
No.
He didn't say that?
No.
It's not exactly what he said.
Oh, okay. What did he say?
He first he says that Rockin' Rebel is going to be singing sweet lullabies to Tommy Dreamer. And then he says that Mr. Hughes has promised him that he won't get eliminated. And then he says, ooh, baby. No mistakes allowed, Tasmaniac. It's like, what does that fucking mean?
Oh, this is Jason.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering why Aaron was doing Jason.
Said, ooh, baby. No mistakes
No,
allowed.
but do it the way you said earlier. You said, ooh, baby.
Ooh.
How do you like my ooh, baby?
How do you like my suit?
Where did I get you made a boo-boo from?
Because he said that just like the pit bull said, you made a boo-boo and we're gonna stick your face in it.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't get that
Jesus.
either.
I did. Jesus
Are you sure
Christ.
you didn't put it on the fucking pet channel or whatever?
No, I wrote this shit
What the
down.
hell?
I used ink and I wrote this down because I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. I don't have anything close to this on here. I mean, I do have. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's it.
And I was completely hammered when I watched this show,
Yeah.
so I'm just writing shit down.
I was sober as a judge when I watched this. I fucking hit the go back button because I wanted to hear what the fuck he said today. He really just say, "Ooh, baby, no mistakes allowed." I'm like, that's what he fucking said.
That's incredible. Well, I'm stealing that.
Like,
The next time I go out to the bar with the lovely Miss Jess, and there's like a single lady next to me, I'm just gonna say, yeah, when I mention something about myself, I'm gonna say, look, I'm Mr. No mistakes allowed. Oh, I can't wait to see how many yobs I do in Spanish. You do yob. Oh, so I'm losing? Yeah, you're losing.
Yeah, you're
You a
losing.
yabba. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't wait to use this one. Oh, wearing my Riviera Steakhouse jacket. Oh, that's a guaranteed hit. Jesus, the next time you see me, I'm going to have like a swollen jaw, a black eye.
Get a T-shirt made the way that the I Broke Wahoo's leg shirt looked with that expression on it, though.
I do have one that has two thumbs pointing to me and it says, "Sorry, ladies, this guy is taken." Just got it made for me, and I'm not scared to wear it. Because you'd be surprised at how many women they look at the wife and they think that they're better looking than her, and then they think, I could probably get that guy. I'll take that. But I am wearing a satin jacket. I mean, and that probably what draws them into me. How many other people in this bar are wearing it? I see a guy wearing a denim jacket. There's a guy over here wearing a sports coat. I see all kinds of stuff. There's satin jackets. It's time for a comeback.
Next week, we look forward to Jason cutting a promo where he says nobody puts baby against the wall. But right now, then they go into a video on the pit bull. Then we go into a video featuring To the Tasmaniac. Joey Styles is in the Eagle's Nest. And then we get a matchup. It is Kevin Sullivan and Don E. Allen.
That was really a match?
I guess you could call it that. A beating.
Did it cut into it or did it start?
No, it was one of the deals where like they're showing the beginning of it in the TV screen behind Joey, and then they go to the ring. So the match has already started. The main focus of this match, though, and a good idea, is the main focus is watch out for women. Kevin Sullivan's devious, but you got to watch out for women, and they're kind of putting women over during this match.
Yeah, well, she definitely should have been put over because she looked hot when they showed that one close-up of her.
Yeah. Shit, yes. All the way live.
Like I literally was sitting there going, I wonder if the boys think the same way that I do about how hot Nancy is.
Yes, I think we're definitely all in the same boat there.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. Well, never mind. I'm not even going to say that, so you can feel free to edit that out because I don't even want to go there. It had nothing to do with anything with the Benoit or murder or anything. It was just something personal about her that I just don't want to talk about.
The match itself, like I said, pretty much a squash for Sullivan. He's wearing out Donnie outside the ring with a mop handle.
He was beating him. Like, isn't that like part of the opening of the show where he throws the table on him?
I think so. Now that you mention it,
I think it is too. Like he beat the shit out of poor Donnie.
He did. He's fucking creaming him with that mop. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it is.
and what's fucked up is like when you talk to Kevin or you deal with Kevin, like he doesn't sound like somebody like who's going to take advantage of you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he takes advantage of people. He just works fucking stiff.
Mhm.
And it just so happens that you're the talent enhancement, that's supposed to make him look good for TV or do whatever. You're the guy that's contracted to do it. So yeah, you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Like don't even think twice about it. Like, yeah, you're gonna go out there, you're gonna earn your fucking money. And there's probably a chance that some of the guys probably made more money just because they work Sullivan.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have any idea, but you know what I mean? You would
Yeah.
think that there's a possibility, right?
Well, for sure. Aaron, what did you think of this matchup?
It did a good job showcasing the fact that woman is like a badass and can fuck you up, and like the treatment that she gives Donnie Allen, like most guys would probably pay like $200 for her. To get kicked around by a woman, they probably enjoy it, and he got paid for it, so good for him. It was I the only person that thought like it looked weird the way it was shot, or not the way it was shot, but the way it was like it looked like it was shot normal and then they zoomed in on it.
Yes.
Because like
I don't
Kevin,
know. I didn't catch that. I mean, say that again, but do you have a more technical wording for it? I didn't really catch that.
it was just like it was like norm, like when it was originally shot, it was shot normal, but they in the footage you don't like see like Kevin Sullivan's head. You just like see his body like smacking him with the broom and shit like that. It just seemed like they zoomed, like when they filmed it, they zoomed in on something that was already filmed. It just looked weird.
I have to go back and look at that. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Good eye, man. Good eye.
So it made Kevin Sullivan look shorter. I know that was possible.
Oh, that you need any help? How about you put Skylo Low out there, a little beaver, and then you can make him look taller. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, Kevin Sullivan, I mean, it's a good thing he's 260 pounds because he ain't beating nobody up at whatever his natural weight is.
He's a fucking fire hydrant. He's a human fire hydrant.
A fire hydrant.
But like Aaron said, I think this match did a good job of getting women over for the going into the caning match at When Worlds Collide. And that is what Joey Styles is talking about next here, talking about the cane match coming up as it's Tommy Cairo and Peaches against the Sandman and Woman on Saturday the 15th. And now we get a promo from Tommy Cairo and Peaches. And Aaron, you are our transcriber of fantastic lines and promos. I know you got something out of
anything down about it. No.
Really? Seriously, I was like, he's gonna fucking.
All I wrote was Tommy Cairo taped the stick back together. Last week. That's the only thing I really wrote. He taped it back together with electrical tape.
Not gonna make that mistake again, Sandman.
It was black. Like he used it from his truck because he's dressed like he's a fucking handyman.
Plumber.
A handyman, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming to clean out your gutters.
He's a gypsy handyman. That's his name.
You said gypsy?
Yeah, he's a gypsy handyman. He just drives from house to house.
He could be in Iowa in the morning.
Yeah.
He's changing a light bulb in Sheboygan on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Gypsy handyman.
He'll be there no matter what. Yes.
Him and Sal. That's WWE Network show right there. Jeez, always.
Sal Balomo and fucking Tommy Cairo just going down, fucking fixing your shit.
God damn. Yeah. I hope this show is almost over. I can't even read my notes anymore. My eyes are so watered up. Holy mackerel.
Clean your gutters, a snake your drain. I don't give a fuck.
Plumbing?
Yeah, plumbing.
Like how much to be a plumber? How much does it cost us to buy a fucking plunger? You buy a plunger, you call yourself a plumber. You just gotta.
I don't even need money. Just give me taters and noodles. I'll clean whatever you need me to clean. I'll fix whatever you need me to fix. I just need
peanut butter crackers.
Just too hot.
He done.
And I'll fix
your septic tank fucking drained.
2 hots and a cot and Tommy Cairo and Sal Balomo.
I know. I'm just glad that I'm not making fun of him. I'm making fun with you guys of him. So that if he hears the show anytime, he'll get mad at you guys. And you guys got to deal with the Iron Man.
He's like, I'll fix your furnace. It's the first time I ever got heat.
Well, I'm not getting heat with Mr. Cairo. Wow, that's brutal. Okay.
Send your fan mail to Aaron Maxon at
care of Tommy Cairo. All you Tommy Cairo fans out there, send your letters to Aaron Maxon, and the address will be coming soon because now this is going to be a bit.
I have written.
We're going to make this a bit, and you're going to get. Your dumbass is going to get little fucking index cards from Archie Miller. There it is. Got it. You're going to get index cards from Archie Miller like 4 times a week with stupid questions about Mr. Wrestling number 2. I can see it already. Or something about the Magnificent Morocco.
It's all going down. Well, I did write down Gypsy Handyman is the title of this week's episode of Reliving the Extreme.
Yeah,
all right, so this ending segment on this week's show, what a doozy.
It's fantastic. It's great. I loved this.
Well, it had Rockin' Rebel in it.
Was he?
Yeah, he was all over it. I thought it was about him.
This is.
I thought he was still there. I'm like, what show are you still doing in the videos?
Watching.
I don't know. Maybe it went into the next show. I don't know.
The Rocket Rebel wasn't anywhere.
This is Paul E.
In the ghetto.
With 911.
I don't know. I have closing video of Rockin' Rebel.
So you didn't see the Paulie Dangerously Public Enemy skit at the end here?
Is that when he was dressed up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right before that.
Okay. Because that was the last thing that I saw.
Oh, well, apparently next week, the first opening segment is a video of Rockin' Rebel.
All right, there we go. Mystery solved.
So you can save yourself 2.5 minutes next week. but
Chad just jardined the fucking next episode, gave us a spoiler.
Jesus. All right, enough. Let's get it right together here. This is a professional show. We're off the rails. I can't keep my composure. This is ridiculous.
Paulie Dangerously and 911 are in Public Enemy's neighborhood.
All right, come on.
All right. Now, this week, Chad's got to say, all right. That's enough. Aaron, go ahead.
911 and Polly are in the hood, and Polly's asking 911 of all the people, do I look good dressed to be in the hood? And 911's like, yeah, you look great. And then they walk up to this project that apparently has the Public Enemy in it, and they encounter. Eventually, they tell us his name, but I wrote down Young Shelton.
I think it's what it said.
But
I think you're right.
They encounter young Shelton. I figured it was a young Shelton Benjamin, just living his life in the hood. And they ask young Shelton that they say they want to speak to the Public Enemy. He says, nah. And then 911 chokes him. And he says, sure. And then some fucking fake Ron Jeremy looking motherfucker.
No, you know what I wrote down? Then Tony Altimore walks out.
Oh my God! Or who's the ring announcer? Joel Gertner.
Joel Gertner's dad.
Yeah, bow tie on. Dude, I must know 12 of the guys like that I could insert into that spot where they can just keep feeding them in like it's Pink Floyd The Wall. You know, it's like one after another on a conveyor belt where 911 just show slamming fucking Joel Gertners. Just all day long. The Lord knows I wasn't doing it.
So the fake Ron Gertner goes in, and then he finally brings out the Public Enemy, and Johnny Grunge actually made me laugh because they come out and they're like, "Oh, Paulie." And like, "Oh, Paulie," and they're all happy to see him. And Paulie's like, "Johnny, don't I look like great? Don't I look like I fit right into the hood?" And Johnny's just like, "No." You got that fancy car though? He's just like, "No."
Yeah, fun. That was the end of the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the way I kind of liked the whole entire pacing of the show, honestly, because it wasn't anything that was memorable. I mean, am I wrong, Nate? I mean, nothing memorable happened, but it kind of kept you up to date, and it sprinkled in just enough of newer stuff
heading into the Saturday show, and also
they bookended it really good.
Paulie. No, I was going to say, Paulie is asking in this segment, Public Enemy, he says, and I quote, "I want you to do something vile for me." And isn't this setting up the Funks and Public Enemy? Terry and Dory versus Public Enemy?
Well, because I forget the specifics of the angle of what happened, but Public Enemy does something to Terry, and doesn't he call Dory?
Yes. Yeah. I thought that was this. This was kind of.
I thought it may have happened already, but it didn't happen yet.
Not yet. I think that's the next thing, because I think this is setting up.
Doesn't that sound logical?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying about this segment. Like it bookended the show really good. Like it started with Paul getting smacked by Terry, and then by the end of it, Paul's like, "Okay, I'm in the hood now because I'm going to go to the two guys that I know will do anything for money, and they'll fuck Terry Funk up."
Mm-hmm.
And they'll fuck Terry Funk up.
Yeah, and
it's a good way of putting it.
And Rocco's like, we'll beat up that bow-legged fucking weeble wobble Terry Funk. And then Rocco does the thing that we talk about all the time where it's silly, but then right at the end of it, he goes serious. Mm-hmm. And that's the serious promo of, we're going to take you out. We're going to do this for the money. And it's leading up to something. So you can kind of see where the shows before were just kind of haphazard, whatever. They just zigzagged or whatever. This thing at least had like a start and a finish.
Yes. It's like the old adage, Aaron and I are both in management. It's like a coaching. It was a shit sandwich. You started off with something good, you had the bad in the middle, and then you ended with something good.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I try to avoid shit sandwiches. Not a big fan of Arby's.
But
That's all I hear
overall-
about him anyway. It's right across the street from my house, and I just see everybody running out of there.
Gotta
what's
shit
going on
so
over there.
bad, Johnny. I gotta shit so bad, Johnny.
And there's nowhere to go because the dumpsters are way behind the other side of the mall. So you have a long way to go, pal.
shouldn't have got the triple beef and cheddar.
I don't even know. I've never been to fucking, was it Arby's? I've never been there. I don't even know what to order there. What the fuck am I getting?
I've been there. I'm gonna tell you, you don't buy it, you rent it. That's all I
What? You rent the Arby's?
Hey, because you don't keep that shit like as soon as you eat it.
Well,
curly
maybe
fries
it's a good thing that I haven't eaten yet.
The curly fries are good, but goddamn, blow out like a fucking
like Jeff Daniels on Dumb and Dumber.
bummer. Jesus Christ!
Well, we clearly know
Like,
what direction.
When a trampoline gets too much rain on it and then it just busts in the middle, it's like, god damn, just a river of shit.
We clearly know in what direction this show is going in. Yes. We're just trying to get to the end. Right?
Absolutely. Yes. But we have that's a wrap for the May 10th, 94 edition of EC.
That's a wrap?
Don't get their wraps either. The Arby's.
So, Chad, overall, I mean, I know we've kind of given our hint as to what we thought of this show here at the end, but overall, what do you think? I see momentum. Like we said, there was bad stuff on here, but the storytelling's getting better, like Aaron alluded to, was kind of bookending this thing with the Terry Funk and Paul Heyman. They're giving a little foreshadowing of something going down with Public Enemy. I think we're definitely starting to see things become more cohesive on this show.
Yeah, I agree. Because the way I look at it is the less notes that I have, it's the less things I have to complain about.
Correct. Yep.
And when I look at it, I just go, all right, well, and the notes, some of the notes that I have, Nate, are the show's pace well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Maddie and Shane, whatever, did like a good segment. Or most of the stuff I wrote was, this is good. This is good. But granted, it wasn't a whole lot.
Right.
You know, It may have been 65, maybe 75% good, but I still had, oh boy.
There's Jay Sully.
Yeah, you know that kind of stuff. And mostly, to be honest, I think it's more production. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's execution at all. I don't think it's the people that are performing anything. I think it's just the production. So antiquated and behind and out, you know what I mean? It just doesn't look great.
Aaron, overall, what did you think?
I enjoyed it because it wasn't schizophrenic like all the other shows before it, and it's just like I said, it's telling a fucking story, and they're limited in their shit to like, okay, Arn and Funk and Sabu and Eaton, and they highlighted the three main things that they had going in, and they didn't have like a lot of bullshit in the middle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I agree totally, 100%. How could you have two better professionals?
So, any parting words this week for our listeners, Mr. Austin?
My parting words are: if you haven't started doing the plugs, Twitter is whatever Nate's going to tell you I am, because I don't even know. Instagram, whatever Nate's going to tell you I am that I don't even know. And Facebook, I think I'm Chad Austin DeMare on Facebook.
Yes, and Chad's video
But my
vault.
parting words are, don't stop believing. Oh, I don't even care about that. I'm way too backed up on orders. Don't go there.
You're gonna be me.
I can't even keep up the orders that I have now. And I'm net. So don't think that I'm Cornet and I got thousands and thousands of orders. I got like dozens.
Well,
Like, no need for promotion right now because I don't have a whole big system going on over here.
business is going to get better with WWE not doing videos anymore. So be prepared. Winter is coming.
Gotta do something, pal.
Aaron?
Winter's coming.
I don't really have anything to plug for myself, but if you guys need any home repairs or just around the house stuff, hit up Cairo Gypsy.
Get the fuck out of here.
He'll help you out. It's 555
Shut the fuck up.
623 444.
Please tell me this is Archie's number. Please. Come on. What are you advertising? Timmy Cairo's roofing business?
Plumbing, heating, shingles, fucking snake drained. He's there for you.
I don't think you can do that. Whatever. What else? Septic?
Septic.
Okay.
He'll pump your shit.
Septic. I should have known.
He'll pump your shit. The only thing he can't fix is your furnace because he can't draw heat. It's the only thing he can do.
All right, this show's over, isn't it?
It's over. That's a wrap. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on Reliving the Extreme. Don't forget to also join our Facebook group and listen also to the We Can't Wrestle podcast as well. Check that out. This week on the We Can't Wrestle podcast, we're going to review Starrcade 85. That being said, thank you, gentlemen, and we'll see everyone next week as we continue reliving the Extreme.